All right, folks. So I'm at home, in between working on the house down at the river, and a project that I've started a very long time ago. I believe this is going to be episode 2 of my buffet. Let me show you. Let me show you the buffet and then what we're doing today. All right, so here's the buffet as it stands. For Christmas, we had people over for dinner, so I finally got busy and hung the doors. So these are the doors that are now hung with scissor hinges, and I still have to put a latch in there. And I did buy some more Bartley's gel varnish, which is the very same stuff I used on here. It was not cheap, but I found some. And of course, I need to finish refinishing this. This half pint can was like $40. So anyway, that's the same. Still, obviously, I'm going to have to refinish the top of here, put finish on it. I had done the doors a long time ago, but finally glued them up. So now what I'm going to address finally is this drawer that goes in here. So let's take you to the kitchen and show you that. All right, so this is the front of the drawer. I had cut these dovetails a very long time ago. I finally, also in the last, 6 months, got the bottom fitted, put the drawer together. So, test fitted all the pieces, dry fitted all the pieces, and everything fits together nicely. Now this door is fatter. You can see this line right here. That is the width of the drawers that are already there. So what I had planned was that this is thicker because I wanted to make the circular part a raised relief carving. And so I need to remove about 1/4 of an inch of all of this wood, which haven't decided whether I'm going to do it now or after I do the carving, but the carving I'm going to do is basically this guy. So the holdup all these years was trying to figure out what design to do in here. I had originally thought of a sunburst, but then it just seemed kind of meaningless for us, or for me. And then I was kind of drifting on what kind of idea to do. I had no idea. But then I found a guy on eBay was selling a Ferguson Brothers coin, and that just jumped out at me. And I'm like, hey, this is furniture. My great-grandfather used to work for Ferguson Brothers. I didn't know they made coins. So I contacted the guy on eBay and bought it for $50, and then the guy couldn't find it. So I was pretty pissed. So then I'm like, well, I'm back to square one. But then I remembered, as a crew member on the trireme, this was a coin that they had given us as a token for being a participant in the trireme trials back in 1990. I was also in it in 1988. And then I thought, well, what a great coin to put in the middle of this carving. And then as far as an appropriate motif to put around it, seeing as how this is Greece related, I figured why not the Empedocles 4 elements. So we have earth, fire, sky, air, wind, whatever we call it, and water. So this design I want to put into the drawer so that it goes like that, and then embed the coin in the middle. And I just thought that would be kind of a cool theme for this buffet, is to have a an ancient Greece theme on it. This is the only part of the buffet that has any kind of a theme on it, but anyway, so that's what I've come up with. So I'm going to start trying to address this today, and we'll see how far I get. All right, so you may be wondering, hey, Parker, why are you going to take on this difficult carving task? Have you ever done any carving before? Well, I used to do some carving, like when I was in Boy Scouts, like neckerchief slides and stuff. But then, when my son was in Boy Scouts, we went to Boy Scout camp, and I spent the time in camp between events carving on this stick. So this was a hiking stick, and I had a really, really sharp knife, and I just started carving on it. It obviously has a Christian theme. And then there are some vices down here below. So there's like justice and peace, right? There's supposed to be a flag there. It's supposed to be patriotic. And then you come down here and there's like a snake. I didn't finish the snake. There's a snake wrapped around someone's ankle with a foot there. And then down below here among the snake is it's a little devil in there peering through some curtains. And then you can see the scales from the snake. And then there's my little joke for what's up is east cross north, a little silly vector equation, and that equals up. Anyway, so I had done this a long, long time ago, and obviously not completed, but I figured I'm not a complete stranger to carving, so maybe I can tackle this buffet. Anyway, just wanted to give that little bit of perspective there. right, folks, we're declaring the carving done. This is the four elements. I've sanded, I carved it with little gouges and stuff like that, and then I've sanded it with 150 and 220. And, I could just make this detailed over and over and over again till I'm in the grave. So I'm just going to declare it done. I think it looks pretty nice. I'll be doing gel varnish on it. It's not like I'm staining it or something like that. So I've given it a good colors try and sanding. This is my first carving I've done like this where I've bothered to even sand. So anyway, next step, I've marked on the bottom of the drawer face a line which represents how much I want to take the drawer face down to make it so that it's as thick as the other drawers, the other drawer faces. And I'm going to start off by scoring kerfs with my saw, just running kerfs along every half inch, quarter inch, whatever, and just making sure that I don't cross through this circle. That would be a disaster, clearly. And then that would give me a basis for chiseling and planing away. And the bottoms of the kerfs would form would inform my planing as to where I'm level across the whole piece with respect to the inner face of the drawer front. So anyway, it's a big step, light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. But yeah, so we'll try it out. All right, so after some planing with my my various toys, I've been able to get this pretty relatively smooth now. I'm going to take it in and check it against the other drawer thickness that I used to mark the line on here, and just see how it's looking. All right, so I got it glued up. Oh my gosh, this is such a huge milestone. Sanded the front after, and there's a lot of rigmarole getting the thing to fit into the space, into the hole in the cabinet. I also had to modify the underside of the drawers that sit up on here to get them to allow this to sit in, and then also so that we could pull out the drawer on above this drawer and pull it out all the way. So clearly, and I had not previously completed the side of those little drawers that stick up about this high, about in this region here. They were still protruding into this circle, behind this circle, and so yeah, we're all the drawers fit. They're tight. I'm going to be using sanding to get those to fit nicely, but looks like we're on the way to getting this project done. Thank goodness. Yeah, and I also encountered a strange irregularity with this tape measure. So if you go down to the 24-inch and then you go to the 25-inch, what looks like a half-inch mark is not on half an inch. It's on 24 and 5/8. Just so happens the diagonals of this box are 24 and a half. So I had to do some double takes to make sure I was reading the right number in both directions. Good times. Okay, folks, I'm declaring the buffet officially done. So the big push for the last, I don't know, few weeks in labor has been this bottom drawer here with the carving and in placement of the coin. This is a coin that I got as a member of the crew of the Poros in 1990. And yeah, so we have the four elements there. And the drawer actually is not all that different in color than the rest, even though the rest has been darkening for the last 25 years, waiting for the bottom drawer to be done. Also finally put latches on these drawers here and secured the top with screws. So yeah, I mean, basically this is ready to fill with stuff. I need to still make little shelves to put in here to hold stuff. I'd like to line these drawers with some kind of felt or something like that, but I want to get an idea of what is going to go in here first. That's for the boss to decide. So anyway, I'm declaring it done. Thanks for watching.